Hello, and welcome back to InScryeQuest. Today, in episode 3, we're going to be looking back at another Scrye magazine here. Another one of my oldest ones, back from 1997 of August. Issue 4/3.
Today, Junior!
4/3 or 4.3, I can't talk right now. It's alright, I'll get my words together in a moment. And it's got my favorite Mandalorian on the cover, except for the actual Mandalorian from the show, Boba Fett.
This is the way.
Yeah, Star Wars had a card game. Weatherlight was a new set. Things were a lot different in the Magic the Gathering world than they are today.
If I get Corona, I get Corona.
Let's take a look back. Over 20 years ago. Alright. Looking here in the inside cover, we got X-Files. That's not a thing anymore, and neither is the Star Trek card game. They were fun. Dune. Anybody play this card? Did anybody play this card game? I never played it. I never did. Looks fun though. Never even watched the show or the movie, I know. Terrible. Looking here, we got the table of contents just like the last couple times. And pretty self-explanatory there. So we're going to get right to it. Looking at what we got here. Shadowrun, the trading card game. I've actually played this game.
I can't lie!
It's kind of cool. Hit the deck. Alright. First strike. We got some letters and stuff here. Northwest. Publishers. Oh no, they're the distributor of Legend of the Five Rings. Good times. Alright. Some of my favorite inclusions here in Scrye Magazine are definitely the Dream cards. So we're going to take a close look if we can. Nice and close up right there. We got some cards from X-Files, Star Wars, Netrunner. What is that? Lord of the Rings? We got a school bus right there. Centurion from some kind of mech warrior game. And we got one magic card down here. Temporal Wound. Nothing very impressive. Alright, moving on. Card Collector Confidential right here at the top. And some information about different card games. From Dragon Ball Z to Middle Earth Against the Shadow. Warlords. And Star Wars. And Star Trek. From Decipher. They're not around anymore. Shadowrun. More Card Collector Confidential. I never really read these articles here. MTG in the military, that's kind of cool.
I admire your honesty.
Take a look at that little article right there. That's kind of neat. We got Dragon Ball Z here. Let's go. Moving on. Card Collector Compendium. Dragon Ball Z. In play, games in development. That's cool. Shadowrun. I don't know if you ever played that. Some pretty weird stuff. We got Aliens versus Predator. 3 scenarios to get you pumped. Oh, I'm pumped. We got Bad Blood, Hive War, and Corporate Breakup. I'm pumped. Dune right here. Dune was getting pumped. How about that? What is this? Oh, it's more of the same. Dune. Twin Deck Experience. anyone for Cantina Brawl. It's a precursor. Oh my god. This is Star Wars though. Not Magic the Gathering. Alright. Wow. This is comedy right here, isn't it? Old Ben's home. Photos were taken by Ann West Reynolds. Well done. We got the X-Files Canadian National Championship. We got the Tokyo Grand Prix right here, which was more than 1,000 players assembled on May 3rd through 5th in Japan. A total attendance of 5,000 for the weekend to compete in the Magic the Gathering Grand Prix Tokyo event. Wow. That's pretty cool. I'm going to get a close-up of those champions right there. Because you got to see the champions. There's the champs right there. Alright. Some more magic dudes.
I mean, it sucks, but we're going to make the best of it. We're enjoying ourselves.
Cool. Back in the 90s. Alright, moving on. Star Wars, Star Trek. See, they give a lot of attention to these other lesser games that were not quite Magic the Gathering. X-Files right here. We got a cloud coming over. I am filming outside. If you haven't noticed by the plane overhead and birds chirping and light changing. Hope you enjoy that. We got Ken's hot picks for Weatherlight. Ooh. Get yourself the new Lotus Veil, Mana Web, Call of the Wild, Heart of Bogarden, or this statue that nobody even remembers. I remember it. Got a bunch of questions here and your answers. Their answers, your questions. You know. Doomsday. What will they ever do with that card? I don't know, man. I don't know. First light of Weatherlight. Sid's first cut. Oh boy. Alright, the good stuff is finally back. You believe it? I don't believe it. So, I apologize for the lighting. But, let's get it brighten up here just in a moment. Jocko Hops, Thawing Glaciers, Sylvan Library. Ah, yes. Look at this deck list right here. Get a load of that. That's some good stuff. Some good stuff. Some red-green action. I'll get your blood going. Alright. Star Wars. Star Wars. Alright. This is the meat and potatoes of what we want. Magic the Gathering. We got Force of Will right here. Article Voice. And Arcane Denial. Meat and potatoes of your good old white blue control. This is before they even had the names Azorius. Just call it white blue. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Want to see some Type 2 decks? Yes, Type 2. They weren't called Standard back then. Type 2 was the name as the sun comes back into play. We got back into play. Swords to Plowshares. Air Elemental. Oh yeah. Got some fine decks here. Green, blue, another blue, blue ice. Browse. Giant Growth. Prison deck right here. Squander Hops. That's interesting. Moving on. Alright, we got Squandered Resources, Chocolate Hops. Got some information about each deck. It's very cool. Middle Earth, Star Wars. Oh, we got. I've seen them at a card show when I went to Gen Con as a kid. They were there. I don't know if I purchased anything from them, but these were the prices they had going for back in the day. A load of that. Guana. Okay, moving on. Tapping the Knowledge Vault here. Got some pro talk, because you want to hear it from the pros, about Ashnod's Altar and Karma. How do these cards work? They will tell you. We got Legend of the Five Rings right here. Tournament rankings. Ooh, they got points and stuff. It's neat. And names. I don't know what that means. Scorpion. Junzu's Army. Oh, that must be the deck they're using. Top 20 Star Wars CCG players in the world. Wow. Am I on that list? I don't think so. Should have been. Alright. Ken answers your questions about Mishra's Factory, Icy Manipulator, Baron Singular, Swords to Plowshares, Teferi's Puzzle Box, and Old Man of the Sea. The Salton Sea. Where is that? I don't know. California. Alright, here we go. NTG Deck Challenge by Ken Linganelli. Yeah. This guy, he's got a deck here for you. It's 1.5 legal deck. It's a 1.5 legal deck. You know what 1.5 is? Comment below if you know what that is. I know what it is.
That junk's right over my head.
I know what it is. Don't ask me. I know what it is. Pro Talk. Pro Talk. Not Star Trek. Star Wars. No, Star Trek. Just Star Trek. And X-Files. Thunder and Lightning. Mail Hoarder. Headquarters for the world. I'm convinced. I mean, they got lightning. If you got lightning, count me in. Counter-Strike. I mean, the cards look cool. I'd play it if I knew how. Can't be that hard. Star Wars. Never played that. I did play Star Trek, though. Did play Star Trek. Why Johnny Can't Speed. And a Legend of the Five Rings Sanction Tournament extra toppings can cause heartburn.
What's the matter?
I don't get it. Power Plays, the great expansion. A great expansion it is. Of course, yes, like Yoda would say. Crimson and Jade. Overpower anyone. Get you some Wonder Woman and Aquaman before the movies. Before the movies. Legend of the Five Rings. So, this is a very... We're on page 50 here for this particular copy of Scrye, and it's got a lot of pages. It goes... This is like halfway. This is halfway. Last Express, Cyber Gamer, when games were this good. Is that good? Is that good? Looks cool. I mean, for back then it was cool. Alright. Get your back magazines. That's cool. Like that. Alright. Looking for a summer novel? I know I am. Who isn't during these times?
Get drunk before everything closes.
During these times, you know what I'm talking about. As the kids play in the background. Okay, Dilbert. Are you kidding me, Dilbert?
How can I achieve my full potential?
You already have.
What?
Seriously, you've already peaked.
How did I not know about Dilbert? Corporate Shuffle. I must play that. I must play it now. He's still relevant, right? Robo Rally. I'll play that. I'll play that later. The weather lights. Look at it go. Look at it go. Ah, yes, weather lights. Times were different, and as we get here into the price guide of what everybody loves these magazines for, got the gauge of how to tell what a poor card, good card, fine card, near mint, or mint condition card is, as you can see there. And starts off with alpha and beta, of course. Look at some prices here. Take a close look at these prices. Closer. 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 Okay, that's good. Alright, so you can see the prices here for alpha and beta. Yeah, Black Lotus. Boom. 400 bucks. 400 smackaroos for the Lotus. High. That was a high price. For Alpha. 400 for Beta. High. So, Moxes. Raw hair. See the Moxes? We got 200, 200, 200, basically $200 each. I wish I could have scooped some up back in the day. That would have been nice. That would have been nice. We got the Mock Sapphire there, picture. That's real cute. Real cute. Unlimited and revised prices after that. 4th edition, which is basically what was out when I started playing. And the prices for those are not nearly the prices for the previous sets. For what is called Core now. 5th edition, more of the same. And then Arabian Nights. That's when you get into some good stuff. Oh my god, the prices for cards back then, a lot different than they are now. Some of them went down, some of them went up. We got Antiquities, Legends, Shazam Jashan. Serpent Generator up here at the top. That's cool. The Dark. I was enamored with the Dark set, but that didn't really age very well compared to the other older sets that were included in the Chronicle set reprint. Fallen Empires. Everybody knows about Fallen Empires. The prices have always been crappy for that set. Ice Age, really not that much better than Fallen Empires. I know some people are gonna be like, oh, there's some great cards. Of course there's some great cards, but really it's not, I mean, it's not expensive either. Neither is Chronicles, even though it's a lot more expensive back then than it is now, I would think. There's some cards back then in that set that were like going for a good amount. And really, if you look at the mystery set that just came out, it is kind of like Chronicles in a way, but to a larger capacity. This was only 4 sets, and it had the symbols, just like the mystery boosters do in their cards. But they were white bordered instead of black bordered, instead of having a little symbol in the bottom left like you see in the mystery cards. So moving on, we got Homelands, another crappy set, fortunately. Mirage, now that's finally when you're starting to get to some really expensive cards again, starting with Lionized Diamond, which I had and got rid of course, because I thought it sucked. Even though it was kind of hyped in the beginning when it first came out, because it's like, oh, it's like Black Lotus, but everybody knew it wasn't Black Lotus, but it didn't have a way to be abused like it does now, and I just didn't have the foresight to see that eventually it'll be abused. I should have been able to see that. Got Visions here, and Weatherlight. And that was it for new cards for Magic the Gathering. You got Star Trek and Star Wars after that. It's crazy to think how many sets have come out after Weatherlight. Like, Weatherlight was so long ago. So long ago. Got Middle Earth prices here. How rare is that X-Files promo card anyway? That's funny. That's real funny. Alright, well. So, top selling CCGs right here. Got Magic the Gathering, followed by Star Wars, then Battletech, Legend of the Five Rings, Star Trek #5, Middle Earth, X-Files, Overpower. So this is before Pokemon, before Yu-Gi-Oh! Crazy, huh? To imagine a time before that. Top selling Magic the Gathering rare cards. So we got Hammer of Bogarden, Vampiric Tutor, Wrath of God, Armageddon, Howling Mine, Dual Lands, Thawing Glaciers, Relentless Assault. Relentless Assault is #8. That's crazy. Millstone is #9. Wow. City of Solitude, Keldoran Outpost, Bolduvian Horde. I had that card, Bolduvian Horde, and I sold it for 10 bucks. Best move I ever made as a youngster. That's really what hooked me, is pulling that card, my cousin telling me, that's a great card. I'm like, this card sucks. And I knew it sucked, and I got rid of it. Lucky me. And we got other cards there: Archangel, Isolate, Ice Age, Painland, Sacred Mesa, City of Brass, Necropotence, and Jester's Cap. The iconic Jester's Cap. So that's cool. That's real cool. I very much enjoy looking at these old lists. We got top selling Star Wars rare cards too, if you want to look at those. We got the Astral set. If you know what that is, that's from the game. If you ever played the computer game back in the day, they had random abilities on the cards, so the computer would obviously do the randomized actions. So, I mean, they're kind of just, none of the cards were really that great because they're all random. I mean, how good could a random card be? But they're fun nonetheless. They're cool because they're new. And we're like, oh wow, new cards. So we didn't care if they sucked. We were just like, wow, they're new. Yeah. That's how much we were like, oh, give us more. And it was a slow drip back then. Now it just give us too much, and we can't handle it, can we? No, we can't. Too much. This is too much. Some classic cards from Weatherlight. Free catalog. Oh, right. Okay, so lastly, we got the Ccg Tournament Winners. And we got their deck list right here. Very cool. Try to get close up so you can kind of see all these people are using their decks, which is it's pretty interesting seeing Type 1 decks, Type 2 decks, which would be like the equivalent of standard now. And yeah, it's changed a lot, but their faces, it's so funny. I really wish that I could have won a tournament and just sent in my picture, be like, hey, I won, and then sent in my deck list. That would have been so cool. It was just a dream for me. I could have been one of these cool guys.
Okay, what up? We're three cool guys looking for other cool guys who want to hang out in our party mansion.
Sounds a little gay.
One of these cool guys before the internet. Really? Anyways, well, we got some Star Wars puzzle action here. Like, how do you do this? How do you come out on this is the situation right here. You gotta do this, and everybody wants to do that. And then, last but not least, Dragon Ball Z Anime Ham. Are you a Dragon Ball Z fan? No, I'm not. I mean, I am. I mean, I'm not. I mean, yeah, they're cool. Whatever. I mean, look, I mean, I'm like this guy. I mean, I don't know. Alright, well, thanks for watching InScryeQuest. We'll look at another Scrye next time, probably. Eventually, I'll get to InQuest. I really don't have as many InQuests as I do Scryes, but really appreciate you watching, checking out my old Scrye and InQuest magazines. Together with me, Kryptonite. Thanks for watching.